everybody, it's Queen of Light 1111 and welcome back to Step Into the Light with Queen of Light and
Sunena.
All right, so 'tis the season, right? Getting close to the holidays here. And we thought that today's topic would be really interesting if we covered angels and archangels.
Yes.
So, angels come in the form of many things, right? They could be ancestors on the other side. They can be spirit guides. They can be, family members that have crossed over that come through as angels.
Yeah.
So that's an angel. Everybody has angels. We have tons of them. Pets even that maybe are on the other side could be, guardian angels. An archangel, though, is like a chief messenger. So when you think about angels, like your ancestors or, people that have crossed over or spirit guides, they have messages to share with you. So they may share messages through signs or synchronicities or things like that. Archangels are chief messengers. So these are the angels. Oh my gosh, and as I'm saying this, it's 11:11.
Whoa.
So archangels are chief messengers. So they are connected to, the highest source. Not that the angels are not, right? But the archangels have very different purposes. So when I do healing sessions or when I am connecting to source or my guides or the angels that I work with when I do divination, like healing or tarot or readings or channeling, any of those things, I am connecting mostly to the specific archangels that I work with. More specifically, Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael, because I work with them a ton.
Okay.
So that's the difference between archangels and angels. So angels are guides and messengers, but the archangels are above angels if you're thinking about hierarchy, right?
They're like the chief of angels.
They're chief of angels. So let's talk about who are the angels. I mean, there's like a bunch, right?
Yeah, there's
like, I don't know, there could be hundreds of archangels. But I want to talk about today some of the ones that you may have heard of more often and what is their role and what do they do. And I'm going to be covering a lot of different angels today because I've used a lot of these angels in my Divine Connections Oracle deck that I created.
Right.
And so a lot of you may have heard of them or seen them when you watch my readings. So they're going to be familiar to you. So again, hey, just as a reminder, if you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. So who are the angels? Let's start with Archangel Michael. Everybody knows. Well, maybe I shouldn't assume that.
He's like the chief of chiefs of the archangels.
He is like the head. So if you're thinking about like police officers, he's the chief of police.
Yeah.
Okay, he is like the chief. So he is the chief angel. So Archangel Michael, and actually it's funny that I even said that about police because law enforcement, first responders, really do work with Archangel Michael for their protection. Because if you think about it, Archangel Michael, he is the protector. He is the one that you want to call on to protect your energy, protect your home. And so when you are in distress, if you are under danger in the earth, who do you call? You call the police, right?
Yeah.
So Archangel Michael, who people call on very, very frequently, he is there for spiritual protection, for bodyguarding, for strength, right? Mm-hmm. He is associated with the color blue. So when you work with Archangel Michael, he's typically in blue, right?
Right.
And so he is very much like if you're scared or if you're feeling like there's some sort of energy around you that is not in alignment, you call on Archangel Michael.
Wow.
He's the chief of them all. Like, he's the one who's going to come in with his sword and he will cut that energy. And trust me, that when I was first going through this spiritual ascension, I would connect with Archangel Michael.
I'm not really familiar with the archangels, so I'm kind of curious about it. But I have heard a lot about Archangel Michael in particular because they call him he who is like God.
Right.
Because he's supposedly like the most powerful of the archangels.
Mm-hmm.
And they say his energy is very like masculine and like
Mm-hmm.
protective.
Mm-hmm.
So like just like if you're in trouble, like who do you call? You call like 911, you call the police.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like if you're in like a spiritual situation, you would call Archangel Michael.
That's your 911.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your 911
exactly.
in the spirit world is Archangel Michael.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. So the second angel that I work with a ton, and this is like my go-to. Like I probably call on Archangel Raphael. I like love Archangel. When I talk about Archangel Raphael, and I'm holding my malachite right now because that's what I use when I do healings, and like Archangel Raphael, I just have this kinship with Archangel. I just love him.
Because you're both healers.
Yeah, Archangel Raphael is like, oh my God, I love him. And he is associated with the color green.
Yeah.
Okay? And when you think about green is heart chakra, right?
Uh-huh.
And so, but when Archangel Raphael comes through, and I've had so many significant experiences with him, he is the archangel who heals. So if you are going through any sort of physical, emotional, spiritual, logical, mental anguish, pain, anything like that, Archangel Raphael is the person to call. Yeah. And I will tell you just like a significant experience that I had with Archangel Raphael. So I use my malachite. Malachite is green. Malachite is what I use when I heal people. So I use that when I'm healing family or friends, like even when I've healed you, I've always used that malachite crystal, and I work closely with Archangel Raphael. I use that green malachite. And for those of you guys who are interested in malachites, M like Mary, Alachite, is the stone that is wonderful for healing. So here's what happened to me. I went in for a routine mammogram.
Yeah.
And it always comes back clear, but I got called back because they noticed some abnormality. And so it's the scariest thing when you get called back.
Oh my God.
So I got called back. I had to go back, and they got me in really quick, which scared me even more, that they're squeezing me in to get me in really quickly. And so I went in, and I'm having my second, then they wanted to do another imaging, and then they wanted to do an ultrasound on top of it.
Oh my God.
And so it's just too much stress.
I
It
know.
was like a lot. And this happened in actually like early this year. So another transformative experience in 2020, okay? And so I remember when the lady that was doing the ultrasound was working on me, and I could see an archangel, and I wasn't even wearing my malachite. I didn't have my malachite necklace then. When I was looking up, because I was laying down on the table, and I looked up, and in the corner I saw this green, large green orb, and I can see Archangel Raphael's energy coming into me, and I started crying on the table.
That's amazing.
And the lady was like, "It's okay, you're gonna be okay, we're gonna give you the results today." But I saw him, and not only did I just see the orb, but then I saw him in form.
What did he look like?
It was like he was sitting on the perch of, like, there was like a shelf or something, like he was just sitting there. And if I remember what he looked like, he was very light, angels and spirits don't have skin color, okay?
No,
but his face was light, and I feel like his hair was light, but it was flowy,
Like light, like glowing.
like glowing. But his hair was a lighter color and flowy,
Wow.
and it was just this big green energy that he was sending to me. And I was crying, and the lady's like, "You're gonna be okay." And then she's like, "We're going to give you your results today. So don't worry.
Okay,
we're going to give you your results today." And so she leaves, and I'm just like there, and I'm touching my chest, and I'm just like, "Archangel Raphael, please let everything be okay."
Yeah.
And they came in no less than 5 minutes later, and they said, "You're all clear."
Oh, thank God.
And I was like so relieved, and I thanked Archangel Raphael so much. But Archangel Raphael is so near and dear to me, if you guys can't tell that from the way that I'm talking about him, but he is in the human world, okay? So this archangel, like, he assists humans in, like, it's not that Archangel Michael doesn't, but Archangel Michael is the chief of the chief, right? So when you call 911, the chief is not coming to save you. Right? So Archangel Raphael, like, you call on him and he is there. And another experience I've had with Archangel Raphael is, like, one time I thought there was something wrong, and he literally came in and was like, there's nothing wrong with you, you're fine, and I gotta go, like, deal with 10 other people right now. But I'm coming into you because I know you need me, and I'm telling you you're fine.
Wow.
So Archangel Raphael is the archangel who heals. So he is so active, so precious, and so effective in healing, okay? So those are two that you guys have probably heard of a lot.
Yes, yeah.
Archangel Gabriel is another archangel that comes through a lot. And if you guys watch my readings on YouTube, when I use my Akashic Tarot, or if I use my Divine Connections Oracle deck, you'll see that Archangel Gabriel is there. So Archangel Gabriel is the angel of communication. But communication not only in words and expression, but writing and art, in music, in emotions. Like, you can be a poet, you can be a songwriter, you can be a public speaker.
Yeah.
And so this is the angel that comes through to help with those gifts, to help bridge communication gaps, to help inspire. And so this is an angel that, you should see if you can connect with as you get inspired for your writing. Mm-hmm.
She kind of sounds like a Saraswati Mata.
Yeah, Saraswati in Hinduism is the goddess of intelligence and the arts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar.
It's similar. If you want to relate it to that.
That's
So
really
yeah, it would say that Saraswati is the god of knowledge. She's the smartest.
Yeah.
But she's also, if you see her in her pictures in Hinduism, she has the sitar, right? I think she's holding that, and she's the musician, the instrument.
Exactly.
So Archangel Gabriel, the archangel of communication. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the next one I want to talk about are the twin angels.
Mm-hmm.
Archangel, and I'm probably going to say this wrong, Sandalphon and Metatron.
Yep.
Okay? They're the twins. Archangel Metatron, a lot of you probably have heard of Archangel Metatron, right? Archangel Metatron is all about, what's going to happen in life. He's kind of like the record keeper. He helps those people that need to focus, that need to be motivated, that need to be disciplined. He's helping people launch themselves into the journey. So when you think of the Fool card in tarot, taking that leap of faith, starting the journey, Archangel Metatron is the one who is there to kind of help you take that first step in your personal life, okay?
Yeah, it sounds like he's there to kind of keep you motivated and stay on track.
To help you take that leap of faith, to give you the inspiration to do it,
Yeah.
right? Then the twin of Archangel Metatron is Sandalphon. Excuse me for not saying that correctly. So that Archangel, Sandalphon, is all about delivering the prayers to God, right?
Uh-huh.
So this is about like this tree of life, being connected to the tree of life. So with Metatron, it's like this life starting, the Fool card, right?
Yeah.
The journey beginning.
Yeah.
And then Sandalphon is there to help keep it going. Right?
Wow.
Keep the movement happening. So if you think about the Wheel of Fortune, it's the cycle, right? The wheel that needs to keep turning.
Oh.
And so this is the energy where you call on Sandalphon, right?
Uh-huh.
To continue to help this movement of your life, like this destiny, this karma, this fate, all of this to continue to move. Okay?
Right.
And so he's the one who listens to you. If you call on Sandalphon, if you call on him as you're trying to move through your life, through your journey, this is the the angel that's going to listen, help deliver the prayers to source to
Right.
keep the energy moving.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So Sandalphon and Metatron, they're believed to have been humans at one point.
Oh, wow.
Okay, but ascended into angels. And so I don't know. This could all be controversial, right? I mean, who really truly knows all
Yeah.
of that? I wasn't around to have met any of them, but but I have read that those twin angels
Uh-huh.
were once inhuman that then ascended into angels.
Wow.
Okay, so who should we cover next? Who should we cover next?
What about Jophiel? I've heard a lot about Jophiel.
Oh, I love Jophiel. Jophiel's actually in my deck as well. Jophiel is about the beauty
Okay.
of God or God within you. Okay,
Yes.
this is really about he or she. Okay, the angel Jophiel is the one that puts the beauty in your soul, but not focusing on the outer beauty.
Right.
Okay, it's really about your searching deep within yourself to gain confidence. It's about temperance. It's about balance. It's
okay.
about this energy of being warm and inviting and building your self-esteem in a way. Because listen, if you have inner self-esteem, if you have inner peace and positivity, that will exude on the outside of you. And once you've rooted that within yourself, nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take that away. So
Yeah.
she is there as temperance.
I feel like Jophiel's energy is kind of like that of an older sister or like a mother figure that like if you're kind of expressing your own insecurities, they're like bringing you up. They're like,
Yeah.
no, like you're
Uplifting.
beautiful, like be confident.
Yes.
That's kind of how Jophiel's energy is.
Exactly. Temperance is a card in tarot that typically connects with Jophiel, and that's why in my deck I called Angel Jophiel in
Okay.
and named it Temperance, because
Oh.
that's exactly what it is. Temperance is also known as that twin flame angel too,
Yeah.
who comes in and balances out the hot and the cold. So if you're too hot or if you're too cold, if one person is, if there's imbalance within and without, that angel Jophiel comes in and restores beauty and
Wow.
balance and destiny.
I love that.
I know, I love that. What about Ariel?
Ariel.
Archangel Ariel. I love her because she's the lioness goddess. She's also in my Divine Connections Oracle deck. I love Archangel Ariel. She is there, and she actually works with nature and animals, okay? But she is like the strength card in my deck, all right?
Yeah.
So she's like the strength card in tarot. When you think about the strength card, it's someone who has inner strength.
Yeah.
But you don't tame that strength, it will come out and roar, right?
Wow.
So Archangel Ariel is powerful, but yet she's gentle. She's direct, but she has authority, okay?
Yeah.
She is someone who inspires growth and encourages people to live in their full potential. So kind of like Jophiel, who's that soft, like, hey, you got it, sister.
Uh-huh.
This one's like, no, you got it. You can do this. You
Yes.
will do this,
Uh-huh.
right? So she instills confidence and courage in someone. So if you are in the energy of, losing your confidence or needing a confidence boost, Archangel Ariel is the one to call upon. All right.
Wow.
I have also in my deck Archangel Raphael. Okay, Archangel Raphael is like the energy of he knows all the answers. He knows
Yeah.
all the answers. He's got the deep understanding of life. He's
Wow.
mature, he's wise, he's intelligent. He helps restore your faith in God. So if you're feeling like there's no one ever that can help me,
Uh-huh.
it's never gonna happen, woe is me kind of energy, right?
Yeah,
I'm hermiting, I'm isolating myself. Archangel Raphael is there to restore your faith in yourself, in your source, meaning your God, your universe, whatever it is.
Yeah.
and he can come in and answer your prayers in ways that you couldn't imagine.
Okay, this archangel feels like he has like grandfather energy.
Yeah.
Like he's like the wise like old man who, you know, you can go to him with all your problems and he'll be like, no, just calm down.
Totally.
This is what you gotta do. Like
Totally.
he just knows what you have to do.
It's so interesting. You're absolutely right, because in tarot, this card is related to the Hierophant. The Hierophant is that Pope energy, that spiritual wise advisor, that grandfather. So you're exactly right.
Wow.
That's exactly it. In my deck, I have him, and I love when his energy comes out, because his energy is very much about helping the twins guide them and give clarity and help them create. Let's see. Let's do one more for this group.
I'm ready.
Pick one.
Let's do Archangel Zadkiel.
Oh, I love Zadkiel. Righteousness. I have this in my deck too. Forgiveness. Huge energy. Archangel Zadkiel is like the angel that will help you with forgiveness.
Right.
He's the energy that you would call on if you need some help forgiving yourself for decisions that you've made that maybe that you felt were poor, or for things that people may have done for you. If you are finding a hard time loving yourself, he's there to come in to help you bring balance, righteousness, forgiveness into your life. He's there to give you the strength to confront your wounds, to remind you to be grateful for the experience of these triggers and these experiences that you've gone through that have hurt you, that have given you pain, and appreciating it from a higher consciousness and a higher perspective, and to operate in love. And so he's always comes through as very calm and sympathetic and understanding. His energy will feel really gentle and subtle, but he will help you get to a place of forgiveness and release. Okay?
Yeah. Wow.
So I just felt like this is a really good episode at this time as we're closing out this year and we're in the season of the holidays, to work with these different angels. And there's many, so go to Google, research, but this has been some of the ones that have been, instrumental in our lives, or my life specifically, as I work, in the spiritual community to help other people, to raise other people, to uplift them and myself in my journey and my own soul tribe. So we hope that this was helpful for you, and we hope that you learned something today. And again, if you want to book your own coaching session, healing session, or reading, go to queenoflight1111.com. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.